Hello and welcome back to another vlog. Today Bellamy is having the first jump of the year, 2023. I'm excited but also nervous. We're at the trailer because we're also going out for a saddle fitting later. I, shockingly, am later than I intended, so he's already out, which is, you know, good and bad. At least he's had a leg stretch. And yeah, so I'm going to crack on, set up some jumps and some poles and things, and then get him ready.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
Jumps are all set up. Just checking we're all straight. The sun's not great there, is it? Right, so I do 4 strides for a canter stride. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's better view, isn't it? What we basically have is 2 canter poles coming in, what will be a cross pole and an upright where the purple wings are, 1 canter pole, 1 canter pole. So we can do it from both directions. He is really overexcited about jumping, so I'm hoping we can kind of work on rhythm, not zooming, but we'll see. I also have some wings I'm basically going to use as fillers, just as something a bit different for him to look at, but he can walk over that, so yes, gonna go get the boy.
Can't find myself. Oh, I feel.
Hey Bellamy! Hello! You good boy? He's like, if I put my head down again, she won't see me and I won't have to come in. Gonna do something exciting. Hello, beautiful. Hello, my man. Hey. Good boy. Tacked up and into the arena we go. So you can see that he's quite excited to get on, which is wonderful to see. I always worry when we start jumping again whether he's going to want to. Yeah, jump on very, very gently because I haven't run down my stirrups. Very much a don't do this at home moment. Always run down your stirrups and, you know, get on properly with your gloves on, because I also haven't got gloves on. So I'm going to obviously sort my stirrups out and then just warm him in. I warm him up similar way to the way I would flat work. He is actually feeling really nice and kind of limber and loose this morning. So normally I do 10 minutes of walking first, but actually probably because he's been in the field and it's a lot warmer at the moment, he just didn't really need that. So we kind of do some walking, some bending exercises, some stretching, and same in trot. And we start kind of through the warm up. I just start showing him the poles. So I'll walk over them once I've picked him up a little bit, both directions, and then we'll trot over them, and then we'll canter over them to try and get an idea of if the distance is right. I said I always do 4 strides. After I got on, I had this moment thinking, oh, is it 4 or 3? So yeah, I really need to test this, which is why it's good to set out poles first when you do this, because it means that you can walk, trot, canter and double check your distances before you jump. Now you'll see throughout this video there's a lot of praise for him, you know, lots of pats, a lot of good boys, because I just think that lots of positive reinforcement is good. Now with these fillers, because he's not jumped anything like this before, I'm just going to walk him up to them both ways, just let him have a look and see what he thinks. You see here he's a bit surprised, but he's not actually scared at all. We walk up and then back him up away from it, and we turn around. So I don't walk around the fence, like straight around, almost kind of showing him the way out. I make him go backwards. You can see we can do this on quite a loose rein, and then we turn around and go the other way. Alright, so in trot both ways now, and the distances aren't going to be perfect. You can see he's sort of having to work it out, but that's not a bad thing. In walk and trot, you know, them having to have a little bit of a think about where their feet go is quite good. So yeah, I'm fairly pleased with how he's trotted over all of these. Warm-up's going quite well so far. And then we get into canter. So this is our first canter, so we just did a nice walk to canter transition there. I stand up out of my stirrups because he just feels a bit freer over the back, and also I want to get my thighs fitter. So now we've kind of warmed up in canter, and now I'm just going to start testing the buttons, so the go and the stop. So I want him to kind of go as soon as I ask him and come back as soon as I ask him. So you can see here the go is pretty speedy, but the stop isn't great, so we need to work on that. And now we go into the first time up the grid. You can see as he turns in, ears prick, zoomies activated, and completely wrong striding all the way up there, stood on a pole, but it's okay because their pole's on the floor. So just come back to walk here, give him a good pat, and yeah, put a jump up. Eek. Right, that is us all warmed in. I'm going to put the fence up now. He can have a breather while I'm doing that. We'll start jumping. Alright, so he's had a breather now, and straight into canter. Now, I wasn't very disciplined with this transition. I should have made him walk and then canter. You can see he's a bit free and a bit pulley, so I actually decided to circle him to get him sitting back a little bit more. So he's kind of steadied down, he's sitting back a bit more and kind of listening more. So we turn in this time, and you know, zoomy's activated, got that pole wrong, but the jump was nice. I think because he's zooming a little bit, he's not getting the striding right to that first pole. I haven't actually walked it from the corner kind of deliberately, but he's kind of coming off the corner and zooming. So I think that's why he's getting that one wrong. And then trot into the poly jumps, or try and trot. Yeah, he's a bit shocked, but he's fine, isn't he? And then exactly the same from the other way, to always do things both ways. I'm trying to trot into it, but Bellamy's having none of it, and he really doesn't care. Right, so we've done it once each way, and we've done the fillers. I think I've paced them too long, so I'm going to go and move them all to 3 strides instead of 4. The joys of jumping when you're in. Alright, so let's talk about the pole placement. Now you will see when I put this pole on the ground, it's diagonal. It's a handy way to make sure you can jump it both ways and kind of have a ground line each way. So if it's diagonal, you've got a little bit of a ground line either side, because had I put it in front or behind the fillers, it would have ruined my striding. Now I've moved all the poles, so coming at it again with 3 strides instead of 4 strides, you can see he's meeting that a bit long, so he doesn't quite get the second one, but the rest of it's a bit better. and then round to the poly jumps, quickly change, and yeah, really not bothered by that anymore, is he? So I'm going to trot him, change the rein. Bellamy turns, sees the grid and tries to bolt to do it again, which is, you know, that's quite nice, isn't it? And then I'm going to jump the poly jumps and then come round to my grid again from the left. He meets this a little bit better, so I think my striding off the corner's better, but you can see he's kind of drifting left, which means we turn wide into this poly jumps one and have to jump it on the diagonal. So I need to think about what I'm doing there and kind of watch the video. But I've put this up to an upright now, and yeah, the bigger they got, the better he got. You can see the striding's a lot better through there. He's getting the stride a lot more easily. So now yeah, he kind of just popped in and, you know, did a little bit of a cat leap over that. But it's not the end of the world. So that's kind of him. That's all I really wanted to do. We've jumped about, what, 60, 65. I could easily have put it up again and really wanted to, but he's actually quite tired now and I wasn't going to push it. It's his first jump. There'll be lots of others and time to work on the fitness. Okay, so debrief. Zoomy. He's loving it, which is good. I'm quite pleased with that. It wasn't particularly pretty. Got a lot to work on. But first jump of 23, successful. So I'm going to put all the poles away and the wings, and then we're going to go for a hack to down the track just to cool off, cool his muscles down. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Clever? Yes, clever? Yeah, awesome.
For a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know, man, passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up.
Just to the side, you would have seen when we finished how much he was puffing. So obviously we've got a lot of fitness to work on as well. But you can kind of visibly see how tired he is. So these are really good exercises, kind of brain exercises. Although he was zoomy, you know, he's had to really think about that. And obviously he's going to be quite physically tired because this is our first jump of the year. So I am very pleased with that. Need to go away, do some fitness work now. But quite happy to go into our lesson next week, having had a jump, having had him keen. And yeah, he seems super happy. So thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful. Please like, subscribe if you want to see more. We have quite a lot going on this year, hopefully. And yeah, let us know if you liked it in the comments. See you soon. Bye.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive.